What's up guys, Mixed by Jocelyn here, back with another episode of Mixed Up. And today I'm going to tell you guys 3 tips on how to get started as a mix engineer in 2024. Let's go. Okay, well if you've clicked this video, you're probably a mix engineer trying to either get started or you're trying to establish yourself even further into the industry. And I'm here to help. Tip number 1 is to create a reliable and comfortable space you can call your studio. Now, what do I mean by this? Having a comfortable and reliable space covers a few different points. One meaning, firstly, it does have to be comfortable. You're going to spend an immense amount of time in here, I promise you. And if you're going to be bringing clients to your space to go over your mixes or do your mixes with, they're going to want to be comfortable as well. So having things like sofas and carpets and soft furnishing and stuff like that is going to greatly improve your space and make it much more comfortable for you and the guests. As well as that, it will also help treat your room, which is another essential part to creating a comfortable and reliable space. Having a space that has been acoustically treated is essential into becoming a good mix engineer. You need the space to translate and be reliable when you're mixing, i.e. you don't want to have a load of long reflections pinging around your room, distorting what you're hearing in your ear. I'll do a short demonstration. This is my room dead, and this is what my room would sound like if it wasn't acoustically treated. Harry, you're gonna have to put some reverb on that clap.
Shit, hang on.
And this is what my room would sound like if it wasn't acoustically treated. So that leads me on to my next tip. Not only having soft furnishing to help acoustically treat your room, but also, if you can, making sure that you go that extra mile to treat your room with acoustic panels in the right locations to help and dampen the reflections, potentially having sound diffusers. I have mine directly behind my ears, so as the sound travels from my speakers and hits the diffuser, it diffuses all of the sound and pings it all around the rest of my room rather than going directly to my ear. And then if you have any glass windows, you should invest in some heavy duty curtains to cover these up to stop the reflections from bouncing off the glass, because glass is one of the most problematic materials when it comes to building a good quality sounding room. So as you dive deeper into your journey as a mix engineer, these are some of the things that I would strongly suggest in investing first before you go and buy a really expensive pair of speakers or loads and loads of plugins, things like that. I would heavily suggest investing in the acoustics of your space first and making sure that they're nailed and your room sounds nice and dead, so you can get a true translation of what it sounds like from your speakers without it being interrupted by the sound of your room. Keeping your space tidy as well is essential. Having a clean work environment really does help a mix engineer stay in that mindset of making sure the mixes sound clean and polished. If your room is dirty and cluttered and covered in shit, that's gonna get into your subconscious, and no doubt your mixes are gonna sound the same. But that's just my professional opinion. Side note on that topic, is also essential as a mix engineer to keep your digital space tidy and clean as well. Being organized with your files and keeping everything labeled and in the right places is essential when it comes to being a good mix engineer. Making sure that you are reliable and that you always have the files, so in a year's time, if your client contacts you saying, bro, can I get the stems for this tune? You know exactly where they are and you can get them with ease and there's no problem whatsoever. And they're definitely gonna appreciate that, and that's definitely gonna help you when it comes to getting the next project from them. Tip number 2, understanding your tools. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean all of the tools that we use as mix engineers. Rather than investing in loads and loads of different ones and spending the money on the best speakers and the best headphones and the best plugins, the ones that you have right now, really try to learn them and really try to understand them. When you've got a pair of headphones, take time to learn how they sound. Figure out and test them between different headphones, your cars. How do they translate? Knowing how your mix sounds in your headphones and then having a good understanding, okay, if it sounds like that in my headphones, it's gonna sound like this in other headphones or other speakers or my car, is an invaluable tool to have as a mix engineer. So really take the time to understanding all of your tools, as well as plugins. You know, I see a load of people buying all of the latest plugins, they have all the packs, but then half the plugins they don't use, they don't know how to use, and it's just a waste of time and a waste of money. So spending the time to really learn what an EQ does and how it can change your sound and how you can use it in all the different ways, like mid-side EQ, dynamic EQ, and top and tailing with EQs. All of these different things, you should spend the time to really learn and know and almost have it ingrained into your subconscious. The same goes for compression, reverbs, delays, you name it. Find particular tools and really, really learn them. That's going to make your mixes so much better than just, okay, I need to get better at reverb, let me buy a better reverb. The same can be said for your speakers and even your room. Understanding and knowing how your room sounds and how it translates to different environments, along with your speakers, microphones, you name it. Take the time and really learn these tools that you have. That's what really makes the difference between a good engineer and a great engineer. They understand their tools. They can mix with one hand behind their back and all stock plugins, and they'll still deliver a fantastic mix because they understand how to use their tools. Tip number 3 is building a client base and having a good relationship with your clients. To me, this is one of the most important tips I can give you. Building and, more importantly, keeping a relationship with your clients is so important because it will allow you to grow as a mix engineer with these artists and get better with them and progress with them. Things you can do to help you achieve this is by making sure you have an open and honest relationship with your clients, giving them your number, allowing to have phone conversations with them. Don't take the mix and then disappear for a week. Keep them up to date. Let them know what you genuinely think of the song. Be honest with them. Give them your opinion. They will greatly appreciate this because they're coming to you as a professional and they're relying on you to take their song to the next level. So they're going to listen to you and they will appreciate your honest opinion of the record and you being so clear and communicative. What's the word? Communicative. And you being so clear and communicative.
Can you speak to it?
I don't know if I said that right. If I didn't say that right, just take that bit out. This will also help with you getting new clients because leaving a good impression on your current clients, they're only then going to recommend you to all of their friends and other artists that they meet. So growing your network and then growing your potential of getting in new projects and keeping existing clients. A bonus tip for you before I let you go is to stay in the loop. I find it so important to make sure that I am consistently on YouTube. I'm constantly looking at new videos. I've been a mix engineer for over 10 years and I am still every day learning new tips, new techniques and new ways of mixing. I'm always on Mix with the Masters. I'm always on Wavy Wayne's channel, Devon's channel, you name it. I am there. I'm watching these videos and I'm consistently learning. So don't get yourself stuck in a groove where you found yourself doing good mixes, industry standard mixes. Okay, I've made it. I'm just going to continue on this path. That's the quickest way to stop getting projects. You need to continuously staying in the loop, learning new techniques and listening to all the music that's coming out, listening to all the genres. Don't just listen to the genre that you particularly like or you particularly mix. Listen to all of it. Listen to how it's being mixed. Listen to what's changing about the mixes and how we're constantly progressing because this industry is constantly moving. And if you don't move with it, you'll get left behind. So that was my 3 tips plus a bonus one for you into becoming a great mix engineer in 2024. If you've liked this video, please give it a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if not, I will catch you guys in the next one. Safe.